let's do some fun slow stitching on painted fabric. So my name is Tammy and welcome to Snowstorm Crafts. And what we're going to do today is paint on some fabric and do some stamping with gesso, watered down gesso. So what I have is just a Liquitex, just a gesso, white gesso that I add into a container and then just add some water to it just to water it down. I got some stamps. I just got a word stamp and a fun just dandelion stamp and some blue basic Liquitex paint, just acrylic paint, whatever paint you got. And yeah, so let's get started. So what I want to do, oh, and just some cotton fabric. Okay. The thinner the fabric, the better, because when you paint on it, it does kind of thicken it up. So what I'm doing is just doing some dry strokes here on it. So just get some pattern. You know, you can do it solid or you can do some patterns. You can do different colors if you want. But I'm just painting it just to get some textures on there and some fun color. There we go. So we're super rainy here in Oregon today. We got the rain coming down and it's warm. We're past that cold front that went through and the ice storm and stuff. So we're past that. That's moving east. So hope you guys are safe there and keeping warm. But we're definitely warming up here, but it's just rainy and not really windy. We don't really have the wind or anything happening. Just a bunch of rain coming down. We're supposed to get like 100% rain for like all week. So, but that's okay. I can come in here and craft and do some fun things with you guys. All right, so that's all I'm doing is just taking a dry brush and just doing that. And then the fun thing you could do is you can wet everything. Move your paper over, or I mean your fabric over. And I just have a scrap piece of fabric, just like a rag, and any of my leftover paint, I like to take it and put it on here. Because then you can do fun projects with this too. Just getting it off my paintbrush. So this is just a fun way to, you know, save on paint, really. So here you can just spray this, and then we can just use this to wipe it all up. So there we go. And look at that, we got a clean workspace. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is let this dry and we'll do the next step. Okay, so ta-da! By the magic of video, it is done. No, I did one the other day, so this is the one I just did, so I put it to the side. And then I have this one I did the other day, so it's all nice and dry. So I took my watered down gesso and put it on my lid here and just kind of spread it out with my paintbrush. Okay, and what we're gonna do is some fun stamping. So let's see, so I'm just gonna kind of tap it on here and just get the wording, and it does not need to be perfect. I don't even mind that it's all blurry like that. So just use less gesso and maybe don't water it down so much if you don't want it all runny. Okay, let's see. I think I'm gonna do, let's do, this one might be fun, huh? So let's see here. This one is gonna be a little runny, so it wouldn't be a bad idea just to take your rag and maybe blot it. Just blot some of it off over there. Let's see. That's fun. So we're just kind of just stamping along. See what we come up with. So here, let's do this again. And then blot it like that. There, I like that. That's not bad. Not too bad. So we're just adding some words around. just any kind of stamps you have or want to play with. We can try stamping over this again. Okay, so there we go. So I am going to take my heat gun to this one, and I'll be back. Not sure if I mentioned that we are going to be stitching in our fun log cabin slow stitch journal. So if you guys want to see how I did this, I show you guys how to construct it from the beginning to now. So I will put that on the end screen and you can come check out the series. Okay, so now what I want to do is, so what I did is I went ahead and I didn't really care for the first one the one we did together with the flower, and it was all blobby. Did I keep it over here? I might have moved it. No, I think I moved it because it just, I don't know. I liked it better when we dabbed it and then stamped again. So I did it on the wet one and then dried it all, and it turned out like this, and I think it turned out really cool. So I decided to use this one, okay? So if you want, you can fray your edges, doesn't matter, however you want to do it. Then what I did is I ripped out a piece of cotton. This is from a tablecloth, and it's 100% cotton, and I coffee dyed it. It is so cool. It turned out so fun. I mean, look at this. So the other day, I just took my instant coffee and, you know, water and put this in a big roasting pan just for dyeing. We don't cook with it. It's just an old roasting pan that I use to dye fabrics, and look at that. Is that super fun? So we will definitely be doing projects with this. And keep all your threads. I mean, keep all your threads and your little fabric pieces and stuff. These are fun to build stuff with, which I will have videos coming up doing some fun things. But isn't that gorgeous? It's just, ooh, I love it. Okay, so that's what I did is I ripped a piece of that off of there, and made sure that it fit to the page that I want to work on. So what we're going to be working on is this front double flap, and this is going to be so much fun, you guys. So what we're going to do is I just made it so how I want it to fit. So just like that. I think that's going to be cool because I want to be able to see that it's double here. Okay. Just like that. Okay, so just check however you want it to fit into your journal, okay? Now, what I want to do is I'm going to take this and probably about an inch, we're going to snip it. Okay. We're just going to snip it. Just like that. So you're going to want to snip it and rip it. And we're going to lay it out so we know how it is when we stamped it. Okay. Keep your little threads. You can fray it however you want. So some of them, I mean, they're not perfect. You can see this one's a little thinner, which I think is great. I love it. Okay. So we're just gonna fit this on here. All right. And this is the best part, is where you can sit and fray them however you want. Okay. Now, you can leave them like this if you want to, or we can just cut them into little squares, which I think would be pretty fun. But I want to do kind of bigger squares, so let's do like that. You know, maybe this one a little smaller, and then keep that one longer. So however you want to do it. And I'm just keeping them in order. Not that it really matters, but just for fun. And then keep this one longer. So whatever piece that you're working from on the bottom, you want it to be a little bit bigger than the piece that you stamped on and painted, because you could see we're going to spread it out. So depending on how much gap that you want in between everything. Okay. Okay, so we're just ripping, snipping and ripping here. They do not need to be perfect. That is the best part of all this. Okay, so I'm just going to continue doing that, and then I will do just do a quick bias sew down on it and just tack it all down, and I'll be back. So I just realized, did I say I'm gonna bias this together? I don't know why I'm thinking of maybe bias tape, because I have no idea. So I basted it together, or did some tacking stitches. You could see back here. So I just did that, and it's just to hold these down. And I did a little bit of Yoo-hoo glue just to put it down first so they won't fall off while I'm doing it. And I just did some cheap thread that came in like a little kit of just all these with some cheap needles and thread, you know, those little kits. So I just use that because it's just, I mean, you could take it off later if you want to, but I'll probably just keep it on. I mean, this is just an invisible basting stitch, so you can't really even see the stitches in the front. And I don't mind that in the back. I think it looks good, but you can just snip it and pull it off. Okay. So what I want to do is just a fun running stitch. I think I'm just going to do running stitch all the way through. And if you want, you can go this way with it. It is pouring down rain right now. Wow. That just came out of nowhere. So we're just having like crazy weather. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do is, or, you know, I was thinking another fun thing would be is if you have one of the erasable, I do have one of these, the erasable pens, and you did like a spiral. I think a spiral right here would look kind of cool too. But for some reason this pen isn't working. I'm gonna have to see if I can. Let me know in the comments down below if you know how, because I know it's full. My mom sent me, you know, a big old thing of, you know, a box of fun things with material and fabric and stuff, and she said this pen was working when she sent it. And it came from Alaska. I don't know maybe if pens go through, no, because they have to ship them. I don't know if the pressure of it or something, but let me know in the comments if you guys know how to make a pen work again. I mean, I don't know, maybe hot water, or I have no idea. So yeah, let me know. I'd love to know how to get this working again. And if you guys are enjoying this video, hit the like button. That would help me out so much. I really appreciate you guys. I love hearing the comments. I love hearing from you guys. So that's what I'm going to do, is just whatever size you guys want to do. I'm not going to really think about it too much, because this is slow stitching, and it is just supposed to get into just a relaxing state of mind and just sit and do some fun stitching. Don't, you know, really overthink anything about it, and just see where it takes you. So what I have is some black floss, just embroidery floss, and I did 2 strands. And I'm just gonna just go straight across here, just like this. And if I miss a square, then that's fine, because all of it is decorative. I think it looks really cool. Make sure you don't have your threads too, like if you get your floss too long, or your thread, it can definitely start tangling up. So just keep that in mind. Yeah, so I thought black would look kind of cool going across all this. And this is just so much fun. And then what we'll do is, after I get it all sewn how I want it, we'll just sew it down just into the journal pages like that. And I want to show you guys what I want to do. So when I get to the middle of the threads here, I'm going to have to kind of measure it and see, because I have a fun idea. I think that would look really cool. Okay, then I'm just going and skipping down like this and just grabbing here. So that's all I did. It just went down to the next level here. You could turn your work. I like to turn it and go the same direction, but if you like just going back and forth, you know, however you want to do it. This is your journey. That's what I like to say. And then don't pull too tight or you will have it all bunch up. I know, sometimes I get too and I yank on it and make it all bunch up. I don't mean to. But this is great for me because, you know, I'm a type A personality, always running around, always doing something, blah, blah, blah. Even when we're watching a movie or anything, I always have to have my hands doing something, or I'm up and down doing things, and it drives my husband nuts, but he's used to me now. We've been, you know, together 32 years, I think. So, I mean, we're high school sweethearts and known him forever. Yeah, went to his, what was he, turning 14 birthday? So, I mean, we've known each other for a long, long time. So he's used to my type A personality here, and I made a knot. So that's what I'm saying. So I just get too about it, and it helps just to relax and not think about it too much, you know? Just like sit and relax and try not to stress about it. Okay, so what I'm gonna have to do is, oh, I did it. I got it undone. Yay. So that's the point, is to, when you see a knot, not to pull too hard, because you can always try to just unravel it and get it undone. You know how that goes. But yeah, so this definitely helps, you know, with my anxiety, if you will, you know, just overthinking things and just doing things too much and running around and not relaxing. This actually forces me to sit down and concentrate, you know, on the threading, on the sewing, on the, just, you don't overthink it. I mean, that's the whole point of slow stitching, and I love that about it, is that we just, you know, just sew to sew. Not to really, I mean, you kind of have an idea, I guess, of what you want to do, you know, of course. Like, I had a rough idea of, I wanted to, you know, paint the fabric and then stamp it, and, you know, I wasn't sure when we ripped it if I wanted to rip it in strips, or if you just want to rip it, you can cut circles out of it. I mean, you could just do different shapes with it and put it down, or, you know, however you want to do it, for sure. Yeah, so I'd love to hear if this helps anybody else, you know, like with anxiety or with, you know, just their day-to-day life of going to work, having, you know, the kids and grandkids and just, you know, husbands, just the stress of, you know, just needing to sit down and kind of have something for yourself is what the fun part is. So it's kind of fun doing this stitch journal with you guys. And like I said, you know, I've learned stitching and embroidery and stuff from my mom growing up. And I've done it on and off, you know. She's definitely the crafty one that's taught me a lot of different things of crafting and stuff. And she taught me, you know, how to embroider and sew and all that when I was a little. And I just, you know, you lose it. Like, you don't do it for a while because you do have a lot of stress throughout the day and a lot of things, you know, I don't have time to do that. I don't have, you know, any of that. But the great thing is all you need is fabric and a needle and some thread. And then, you know, you sit at one point, you know, sometime in your life, and you sit down, relax, and all you gotta do is just pick it up. And I just put the needle to the fabric. That's all you gotta do. And let me know how you feel, because give it a try. You know, if you're like, oh, that's too hard, or, yeah, that's gonna hurt my hands, or, you know, that's just too much stress to think about, or what, just try it. It really is a therapeutic avenue. I mean, it really is. And it's just, I forgot. So it's been a while. And to tell you guys the truth, I never have done, I've seen stitch journals and, you know, been journaling with, you know, without the fabric and some fabric and stuff. So I do journals and make them and stuff, but this is my first stitch journal to work on, and I'm really enjoying it and loving just the freedom of it, and just, you know, dyeing your fabrics, looking through your fabrics, and just the feel and the textures, and just seeing what you can do. And it's just the process. It's a journey. It really is, you know. It's the journey of what you're gonna do. So that's why I always like to say, you know, it's definitely your journey of how you want to do this. I know I have thread somewhere. Yeah, so honestly, I am loving just the journey of it all, you know, of just seeing where it's going to take me, because you never know where it's going to take you. And yeah, I'm just loving the fabric part of it all and doing that. And I think it'd be kind of fun to incorporate paper throughout too, and do some fun fabric and paper stitching, which I think would be really cool. So yeah, if you guys have any ideas, I'd love to hear from you guys. Just different things that maybe we can incorporate, or, you know, add to everything and see what we come up with. I think this is turning out really fun. Row here. This is turning out really cool, isn't it? It's not fun. It's really fun. Okay, so what an easy way to do it, if you want to do this a little faster, is like a shishiko or boro style kind of stitching, where you could take it and just gather up the thread or the fabric like that. Just go in and out. In and out. And then you just grab your needle and you can grab the fabric and just pull. Just like that. So that's a fun way to do it too, is to just kind of, it's a Japanese style way to do it. It's really fun. So you just go like this, and you can just gather it up like that. Go as far as you want. Let's try it. Let's go to the end here. Okay. And you could grab your needle and then grab the fabric and just pull it through. So it's pretty fun. Okay, so I want to show you guys that. And let's tie it off and let's get it into our stitch journal. So what I want to do, and I think this is going to be super fun, is I'm going to take this and I'm going to fold it in half here, so just to see. Okay, and I made sure, so when I folded it in half, to not have any stitching right here in the middle. Okay, because what we're going to do is line it up, and you can see where it splits here. We're going to cut it. So much fun. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just see where I want it, line it up, and we can just fold it if we want to, and do a snip. Just take it And if you want, you can fray. That's always fun. You gotta do your little frays here. Those are always cool. Okay, and then just remember what's top and what's bottom that you want. So there's the top and there's the bottom. And look at that. So it lines up. How cool is that? Okay, so we're gonna make sure that it lines up like that. Get all the little squares or rectangles together here. All right, and I'm just going to tack it down. I think I'm just gonna use my thread here just to do a tack down on it. So that's the other side. Doesn't matter what thread or anything you use, because well, I know in my stitch journal here, I'll definitely be doing another project on the other side next time with you guys. So just get it on there. It is all tacked down. Is that really cool, you guys? I mean, look at that with all the stamping and the paint. So that's pretty fun to paint fabric and then stamp on it. And let's see. So you got a flip and a flip. And I just went around and just did a tack all around it. Just pretty much a basting stitch. So yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it informational. And if you could please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, and you guys can see my next video when I post it. Like, comment, and share, and let's grow together. And keep on crafting.